Okay, so today what we're going to be doing is looking at navigating, spelled that incorrectly, let's have a look, navigating around the directory system, making some directories and removing directories. We're also going to find ways of creating files, overwriting and appending the contents of a file, and then we'll make a very simple .log file. So first of all, mate, you're online and you've got connected. Yeah, excellent. So print working directory, just to show you where you are on your computer.
Okay.
Cool.
Just before we start that, Craig, I'm in Python.
Ah, okay.
Can I get out of that?
In that case, just yeah, we'll skip forward a little bit. A couple of commands there. Just hit CD like that.
Okay.
Cool. The CD command will always take you back to your home directory. If you just change directory. If you give it CD and then give it an instruction, it'll take you to another directory. But just CD on its own always take you back to your home directory. So if you just type pwd, print working directory, it tells you that that's where you are.
Yeah.
Yep. Cool. Excellent. So we're going to use CD to go to a different place, and we're going to look at what's in my HTML files. So I'm going to type CD -v, and then I'm going to hit the tab key, and it fills that in for me because there's only one directory in my home directory, or in the actual home directory, that begins with a V. Then I'm going to hit W and tab again. Then I'm going to hit H and tab again. And what this command is going to do, it's going to take me to my my various, or my var, let's just call it var. It's going to take me to the var directory. In the var directory, there's a directory called www, and in www there's a directory called HTML. So if I just hit enter, and I'm in the HTML file. Directory, not file.
Should I do the same?
Yeah, do the same, mate, if you don't mind.
Okay.
You got it? You're in there.
Yep.
Cool. So we're not going to list it because I don't want everybody in the world to know what's in my what's in my website. But what we're going to do is we're going to use CD again, just to go back to where we were in our home directory.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Now we're going to add something to CD. We're going to go CD and a minus sign. And this is going to take us back to our previous directory. So if I hit enter, it takes us back into the one we were working in a few minutes ago. So that's a pretty useful little trick.
Okay.
So as you can see, we've gone 3 levels deep in this directory. We've gone into this directory, and now we're in this directory. If I want to have a look at what's in this directory, I don't want to have to go back to my home directory and then type it all in again. So what I can do is I can hit CD ... and that's just going to take me 1 level up. So I'll hit it again, and now we can see that we're in the directory 1 above where we were. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Cool. Excellent. Okay, so which directory are you in at the moment?
I am in www.
Okay, so I want you to go back to your home directory.
Okay, CD.
Yep. Absolutely. Cool. And we're going to make a new directory. And we're going to call it, let's call it text or test. Okay. So do you remember how to make a directory from yesterday?
Yeah, so MK and dir, no? Like the
Yeah.
directory. So
Yeah.
MK and dir.
Perfect. And then we give the directory a name. Let's just call it test. Okay. When you hit enter, that's been created. Do you want to check that it's been created?
Yeah.
Okay, how do you check?
LS?
Yep, cool. Let's do it.
Fucking come on.
Have it. Okay, mine's got a lot more in it than yours has. But test, there it is. Okay, I can see mine. Let's now change directory into that one. I shouldn't have done that. I should have asked you to tell me how to do it, but anyway. Cool. So CD into test.
Okay.
If we fancied it, we know that we've just created that, so there's nothing in it, but just to have a look, ls again, and we can see that there was nothing in that directory. Cool. So I don't want this directory, I want to kill it. So I'm going to cd back to my home directory. Are you with me?
Yep.
Cool. And I'm going to do this rm, which is remove, because we made a directory. Now we're going to remove that directory, and it's empty, so it should let us do this. And the directory name is test. So we press enter. Then we list
Check
it.
it's gone.
List
Press
again to check it's gone, yeah. And I can see that it no longer exists on my computer. Cool. Okay, so let's make it again. We can do that pretty easily by up arrow until we find that make directory command again and pressing enter. Okay, is it made?
Yep.
Yeah. I'm just going to list again, and my connection's gone a little bit slow, but I'm going to list again. Okay. So what I'm going to do, mate, is I'm going to have to stop this recording because I'm getting very close to 15 minutes. Oh no, actually, no, we don't need to. Let's carry on. I've only got about another 5 minutes on this particular recording. So I know that test exists. Let's change directory into test again. Let me know when you're in.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then we're going to create a file, very much like we did on the last lesson. We're going to use touch. And we're going to make a file called test1.txt. Okay, excellent. So now we know that that exists. I'm not going to go listing it. Well, actually, yeah, why not? I'll list it. We know that it's there. Cool. But it's empty. If we use cat, concatenate, and we look at that file, there's absolutely nothing in it. So I want to put a little something in it. And we're going to use echo for that. And let's just put hello. You can use those quotation marks or not, doesn't really matter with echo, but I use them because I'm in the habit of doing it. And can you find that character on your keyboard, that sort of more than character?
I will. Yeah, I have it.
Okay, so that's going to direct the word hello into a file that we specify. So I'm going to direct the word hello into text1, test1.text. Cool. Okay, we press enter.
Okay.
Yeah, and now if we do cat with test1 again, we can see that it contains the word hello.
txt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Okay. So let's try something different. I want to add something to that text. What I want it to say hello and then mate, let's say. So I'm going to do echo. Again, I'm going to write the word mate. This time I'm not going to bother with the quotation marks. I'm going to send it to the same file. Okay, let me know when you've typed that out.
Yeah, done.
Okay, and we hit enter again. Now if we use the cat command again,
yeah,
it only says mate, doesn't say hello mate.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is because we're just, every time you use that single, where's my mouse? There it is. If we use a single one of these, it's going to overwrite. It's going to take that word and overwrite it, anything that's already in that text file. So to cure that, we're going to add another one of those. So now we've got two.
Okay.
Okay. So let me know.
Okay, just 1 second.
Yeah.
Okay, enter.
Yeah. And then let's cat that again. And it should say mate.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, I'm going to stop the video there, mate, because I'm gonna have to just render that, and then we'll start again in a few minutes. Okay.
Perfect.
Cool. Okay. So now we know how to overwrite a text file. We know how to append it. What we're going to do is we're going to create a new text file, but using cat instead of touch. So I'm going to type in cat test1.txt, which is the one that we've just been writing into, and I'm going to do the more than sign, so we're going to direct that at a new file, test2.txt. Now test2 doesn't exist, but it will. So the computer knows that test2 doesn't exist, but it also now knows that we want it to exist. So it's going to create that file. And it's not only going to create it, but it's going to take the contents of this file and put it into that one. Okay, I'll give you the demonstration. So let's see. Yep, we've now got two files where we only had one before. We've got two. We've got test1 and test2. And if I want to cat test2, it's got the same contents as test1. Do you want to give that a go?
I will.
Cool.
Yeah, all good.
Yeah, excellent. Okay, so what we're going to do now is a similar thing. We're going to use the up arrow to find this command, the one where we created test2.
Yeah.
And my computer's gone a little bit slow on me again. Yeah. So let's go back. Okay. And I'm going to use the two more than signs again. So what do you think this is going to do?
It's going to double whatever's in test2.
Ah, okay. So it's going to, yeah, it's going to write whatever's in test1, it's going to write it again to test2, but it's going to append it. It's not going to overwrite anything. So yeah, we're going to have, if I press enter, oh, it's gone all slow. Okay, it's slow again. And I press the up arrow and we cat test2. It wrote mate again. You want
Yeah. That's what I was expecting.
yeah, absolutely. So
Yeah.
like you said, it doubled it up. It wrote whatever was in there again. So just give that a go, mate, if you don't mind.
Yeah, done.
Cool. Excellent. So now if we want to get rid of those words, the mate, and we want to put something else in, and we're just going to put a random string in there, and we might as well just say string. Oh, let's say buddy instead of that. So buddy, echo buddy, using one of those to test2. Let's say test3 dot. No. Let's go back. Test2 dot text. Okay, so I've clicked enter. What do you think's happened now to my test2?
It's added. Oh. It's added body to your mate.
Let's try. Let's see. Cat test2. No, it overwrote the whole thing.
Okay.
Because I only used one of these. Yeah?
Okay.
If I use two, then it will append. But if I only use one, it'll overwrite everything. And when you've overwritten something on Linux, when you've deleted something, you can never get it back. It's absolutely gone forever. Nothing goes to a paper bin or anything like that, unless you're a super duper forensic computer scientist. You're not going to get anything back. You can't recover anything. Okay, so let's have a look at the plan. We're more or less down to here. Excellent, cool. So the next thing I want to do, I'm just going to clear this, and this is the last thing that we'll be doing today, mate. We're going to make a little log file. You know, when I showed you how to filter the log file yesterday, in a separate video, wasn't it? But we're going to make a little log file, and a log file that updates, not overwrites. Obviously, a log file, it's going to keep each entry, and it's not going to delete them. It's just going to put another entry under another entry. So let's use this command, date. It's a very useful command to know, especially in these days of quarantine. You want to know what day it is. So if you just type date.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
And anybody watching this video now can see that today is Sunday, the 19th of April. It's 7 minutes past 5 Central European time. And it's the year 2020. Fantastic. Cool. So what we can do, we don't need to echo date into a file, but I'm going to use date, and I'm going to use these arrows again, or this arrow again, and I'm going to make date create a new file for us, test3.txt. Do you want to give that a go? Cool.
Done.
So if we list again, now we can see that we've got test3. I'm going to cat that to see what's in it. And there we go. We've got today's date and time.
Okay.
Excellent. Okay, so now what I want to do, I want this to, let's say that we've got a program that runs periodically to update our system. We've written that program, which is something we will do later on in this course, and we'll tell our computer to run that every hour, let's say. We want a log file of whenever it's run and what the results were when it was run. So we want a log file to basically tell us, give us a running commentary on what's happening with our system. So let's do this. Let's use echo. And I'm going to echo the words date and time. And I'm going to put them, I'm going to overwrite what I've just put into test3. Okay, I'm gonna cat test3 again. And we've got the words date and time.
Yeah.
Yep, you caught me up. Excellent. Cool. So now I want to start appending the date. So I'm going to use my up arrow and I'm going to find that little command that, there we are. And instead of one of those, I'm going to give them two. So hit that again. Again, use cat. And we can see that we've just appended it. Date and time, and it gives us the date and time. Cool. And then if we we want to add the, let's say it's another few minutes later, and we want to put another line with the new date and time on it, we can run this command again. We can cat that again, and we can see that we've got now two entries that are a few seconds apart.
Yeah.
Excellent. And that's the basis of a log file, and we'll use a log file. I think it's in about lesson 13, something like that. So we'll create our own log file for a command, for a program that we're going to write. Okay, mate. Well, that's enough for today, I think. About you?
Excellent. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Cool, man. I'm going to
Sounds great.
stop the video now. No, it's a pleasure, Adam. Thank you very much. I'll stop the video. Cheers, man.